Welcome back. It's time to get all gussied up for a big night out. That's because we're visiting 3 historic theaters in Southern Oregon that are helping build new creative connections in their communities.
That's right. With funding from the Oregon Community Foundation, these landmarks are being restored and are attracting new, young audiences and volunteers who crave the glamour of yesteryear. Here's NBC5's Taylor Owen with another Spirit of Community moment.
I see it on people's faces when they come for our tours and stuff. You know, they tell me we came here in the 60s. They come from all over to visit.
We have lovingly restored in minute detail this whole entire building to its original grandeur.
So the theater was originally opened as a movie theater known as the Esquire Theater. It opened November 30th of 1940 with the movie The Westerner starring Gary Cooper.
Those are the executive directors of the Egyptian Theater in Coos Bay, the Holly Theater in Medford, and the Ross Ragland Theater in Klamath Falls. Each has its own rich history. Jill Rasmussen runs the Egyptian. 100 years ago, it was a tiny garage. In 1923, current events inspired their name.
Because back then was when they had discovered King Tut's tomb and all that. So the Egyptian theme kind of went everywhere.
Today, they come to the Egyptian to throw sock balls.
The movie Elf, we do just a little bit different because there's one scene in it that they have a snowball fight.
At the Egyptian, it turns into a sock ball fight.
Let's go. You can bring brand new pairs of socks rolled up into balls, and during the snowball fight, at the end of the movie, all the socks are gathered up, and there's some local clubs around here that take them home, they wash them, they pair them, they distribute it to the less fortunate.
Oregon Community Foundation loves and supports that kind of community spirit.
So the future plans, the OCF Foundation with their amazing grant has helped us. We're going to be buying some sound equipment. And what we hope to be able to do is have more concerts available.
Well, I could talk all day about the history of the Holly Theater.
Shelley Austin is in charge of bringing back the Holly Theater's grandeur.
I think one of the most important things about the Holly is that it was built in Medford in 1930, and in its original iteration, in its original day, it was one of the fanciest and most spectacular of 5 movie palaces there were in Medford. I mean, there's so much history here. When we bought the building, the roof was caving in and the walls were starting to concave, and there was so much water damage.
Look at it now.
We are forward thinking in that we know that we will have a huge economic impact on not only downtown Medford, but we'll be able to attract tourists to this area.
The Holly is on the National Registry. Oregon Community Foundation understands how important it is to preserve the Holly's precious history.
When you get a grant from the Oregon Community Foundation, it really puts the stamp of approval on your project in so many ways.
Historic theaters can also be a center for education. Curtis Peoples has helped turn the Ross Ragland in Klamath Falls into a place of learning.
I want to get as many people as I can on this stage so that they can continue to develop their professional careers and become more adept at playing on bigger stages.
Oregon Community Foundation heard about that and called them.
They awarded us $100,000 to go towards general operating funds.
History repeats itself in the historic theaters of Southern Oregon. If you'd like to help make Southern Oregon a better place to live, visit Oregon Community Foundation at oregoncf.org.